During the construction of a temple in honor of the empress, something strange happens. 108 workers disappear at once, turning into water. Xie Yaohuan, a constable whom the empress trusts because she used to be her court maid, is assigned to investigate the case. The investigation quickly leads the girl to the cunning poisons, which, as it turns out, penetrated even into the palace grounds. But who is behind these poisonings and what he wants, Yaohuan will have to find out. Xie Yaohuan's name is virtually unknown in the West, though the character has a rather long and extensive history in Chinese popular culture. Unlike many folklore characters, Yaohuan has no real prototype. She was first invented for puppet shows and shadow theater in the early 19th century, where she appeared as a court official of the Tang dynasty, a favorite of the famous Empress Wu Zetian. Xie Yaohuan often appeared in Chinese historical films and TV series about this era. For example, Jillian Chung played her in Women of the Tang Dynasty and Eva Huang in The Shadow of Empress Wu. In some stories, she was portrayed as the apprentice of the famous detective Di Renjie, as in the online movie Diligent Detection of Di Renjie, where Xie Yaohuan was played by actress and athlete Xu Yang. In the online movie The Legend of Xie Yaohuan, the title role is played by Uyghur actress Kaderya, who is not well known to the general public. And, unfortunately, this movie is unlikely to seriously help her in her future career. In fact, this is another historical detective movie about how a clever court investigator unravels a conspiracy against the authorities, the perpetrators of which try to hide behind allegedly supernatural events. We've seen this hundreds of times before in movies about the same detective D, and the Legend of Xie Yaohuan differs from them only in details. For example, the not very coherent and consistent narration, which seems to have suffered from editing, the minimum of recognizable faces in the frame, or relatively cheap picture, more suitable for a mid-range TV series. On the good side, the movie has few quite tolerable action scenes, interesting story, plus you can watch the movie in an hour and turn it off long before the end credits. The villains are found and punished 15 minutes before the end, and then begins a long and unnecessary lecture, that power must be respected and trusted unconditionally. Even if it seems to you that something is rotten in the Chinese kingdom, the problem is most likely not in the kingdom, but in you, because you simply can't understand the scale of thinking of truly great people. In China, which is built on strict discipline and unquestioning obedience, such conclusions may sound logical, but in the more freedom-loving West, it is still a bit wild to hear such conclusions.